What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I'm here to talk about the teaser for The Walking Dead Season 9 Episode 5, What Comes After, which is Rick Grimes' final episode. Now this teaser takes us on a journey like from the beginning of The Walking Dead, and that's exactly what this episode is gonna do. It's gonna be heavily focused on Rick, and I can't wait to see it. And in this video today we're gonna break it down for you guys, but I will say spoiler warning in case you haven't been caught up with The Walking Dead. But other than that, let's get started. So the teaser opens up with Rick on the same horse. I don't know why you would get on that horse, Mr. Rick. That horse is not to be trusted. But yeah, he's obviously holding his side here, and he's dying, man. Like, he's literally dying, and this is so sad. And he's leading the walkers to Atlanta. But come on, you don't even need to be a Walking Dead fan to see what this is. I have a poster of this right next to my wall right now. Like, this is the beautiful shot of exactly what happened in the first season. And man, this is gonna be an epic journey this episode. There's gonna be a lot of parallels this episode, and I can't wait for it. But then we have Rick saying, I'm looking for my family, and it looks like it's all ending. So obviously he's referring to himself. And look at this shot right here. This is the shot that was teased earlier in the season, where they said Rick's final scene is gonna be him walking among a bunch of bodies. So I'm assuming this is his final scene, and look who it is. It's Jesus and Carol. So I don't think these are people who died. I think it's gonna be like literally everybody who he knows, because he is dying. So I don't know if it's gonna be just people who died, because obviously Carol and Jesus aren't dead. So I think it's just gonna be like everybody he knows is gonna be among this body. But man, this is gonna be intense. He's gonna see a bunch of old bodies, a bunch of familiar faces, new faces. And you know what I really hope to happen is that if Rick just goes fucking berserk and kills all these walkers. Like, imagine that. Like, he takes out his axe and just kills all the walkers. Like, would that not be badass or what? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I just think it'll be epic. And then we have Rick, and this is where the hallucination starts. We have Rick here, obviously looking at his old self where he was in the coma. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect this type of like dream sequence. I knew they've been like kind of teasing at a dream sequence, but after looking at this teaser, dude, like, I didn't expect to go down like this. And I know, I mean, this teaser is so well made, and I can tell AMC went all out in this. And if they really promote this in the right way during the next week, I wouldn't be surprised if this episode has like 15 million viewers. Now obviously I'm not sure if it's gonna get 15 million viewers live count. I mean, I definitely think it's possible, because it is Rick Grimes' final episodes. If people who left the show go ahead and see this teaser, they're probably gonna tune in for one episode and then bounce again. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, because this teaser isn't made like, it's made for Rick Grimes. It's almost like a Rick Grimes tribute. So I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to watch this if they like watch The Walking Dead like ever. Because if you are a Rick Grimes fan, you probably want to watch this episode. And maybe after like the live count plus 3 or 5 or something, I can definitely see this episode having like 15, 16, 17, maybe even 20 million viewers. Like, I really do think so if they really promote it well, because I can't imagine anybody who not wanted to watch this episode. Like, even if you left the show and you saw a trailer like this, wouldn't you want to come back and watch this episode because it's a tribute to the main character? I definitely would, although I'm not gonna ever stop watching the show. But I definitely think this episode can pick up a crazy amount of ratings. And then we have our boy Rick pulling up to Atlanta, which I cannot wait to see Shane, because here we see Shane in the cop car. And man, Shane is gonna be back, Sasha's gonna be back, Herschel is gonna be back, so many old characters are gonna be back, and I can't wait to see it. And then we have Michonne telling Rick that we don't die. So this is where it gets a bit confusing, because I'm not sure which is gonna be like dream sequences and which is gonna really be happening, because then we have Rick walking along the bridge. So I do think this is gonna really be happening, Rick walking along the bridge, and then him talking to Michonne. Because I know there's going to be a lot of dream sequences when he's in Atlanta, but I do think this is actually going to be happening. And man, let me tell you right now, that final goodbye between Rick and Michonne, that's going to be sad too. And then this is where the real dream sequence starts. We have Rick, like I said, looking at himself in the coma, and right here in the background in Atlanta, we see like a bunch of stuff coming out of Rick. This was actually a teaser from The Talking Dead. It is confirmed these are helicopters, like mini helicopters for some reason. And again, you know, these helicopters helicopters are getting teased. So maybe at the end of this episode, like maybe the helicopter comes and saves Rick. Like that would be epic if it does. And I'm also gonna say, if you don't want things to be spoiled for you, don't read the comments. I mean, these videos aren't spoilery. I don't look at spoilers, so I'm making my predictions solely based on what I think is going to be happening. But I'm saying, if you don't want anything to be spoiled, I recommend not looking at the comments this next week. But yeah, on The Talking Dead, this was a sneak peek, and these are helicopters. So who knows? Maybe if the helicopter comes down this episode and saves Rick, I'm going to be happy. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell because it definitely looks like Rick is going to die. But if the helicopter comes saves him, I would be happy. Now, this is a pretty beautiful shot right here. We got that scene where they were in that first episode where that car crash happened, where Rick got shot. They're eating their sandwiches or their burgers, what they were eating in the first episode when they got that call to respond to that emergency. So a bunch of little nods to the first episode. And I can't wait to see Rick and Shane talk, man. I really can. Like, this episode has potential, and I think it might be the best episode like ever in The Walking Dead. I mean, it's definitely gonna be the most impactful episode of The Walking Dead. I just really hope they execute it well, and based on this trailer and teaser, it definitely has the potential, and I cannot wait to see it. And then we have Rick pulling up to that door, that famous door, but this one doesn't say "Don't open dead inside," because the first one said dead inside, but this one says dead outside. At least it looks like it. So obviously there's gonna be little changes and stuff. But yeah, this isn't the exact door, but I didn't expect this to happen. Like, I didn't expect him to go down this whole journey from his first episode, but I'm really happy they did, because it definitely looks like to be playing out well. But yeah, in the teaser, we also see a lot of Rick, you know, redirecting the herd, or like trying to get the herd to Atlanta. And then this is the shot that everybody's been talking about, Rick walking among the dead bodies. And these like I'm trying to look for familiar faces, but it's hard to tell. We got Jesus and Carol, that's it. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of familiar faces in this pile of bodies, and this is probably gonna be like towards the end of the episode and one of Rick's final scenes, because that's what the word was during all the interviews and stuff. Now, I don't know why they would say that stuff in interviews, because I don't know, I just felt like a little weird how they gave that away to us. Maybe they shouldn't have, but they did say Rick's final scene is him walking among a bunch of dead bodies, so it looks like this is gonna be his final scene. But it doesn't have to be the final scene just because they said it. I mean, they could have easily been teasing us. Maybe the real final scene is gonna be what ultimately decides Rick's fate. I could see that. But dude, I cannot wait for this episode. Like, I know I keep saying it and I'm probably getting annoying, but seriously, after watching this teaser, I want to build a time machine and just go into the future for 1 week and just watch this episode, because I am so excited for this. But that is it for the episode 5 teaser. It was only about 40 seconds long, but it gave us a lot of good information, and I'm very excited. But we also got 2 sneak peeks. So we got one from AMC's YouTube channel, and then we got one from The Talking Dead. I will be doing a breakdown of those also coming out in a video later today, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But again, I am going to wrap it up for this video. In the comments down below, you guys be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions about The Walking Dead Season 9 and what you're most excited for. And hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. For daily Walking Dead videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been All Things Film, and until next time, peace.